Hello and welcome back to another LEGO Train MOC Showcase video. We are back with the Coronation Express, hopefully for the last time, as I now have all 10 coaches. This was a very exciting thing for me to go ahead and do, because having the entire consist looks so much better than only 5 coaches behind the main locomotive. Now, I have been able to make this work where all of the coaches can move properly. 6 out of these 10 coaches are powered, and yes, that is expensive. And as I have mentioned in the past, powering the locomotive itself is very difficult, and 10 coaches have to be pulled. No way in hell is that ever going to work. So this is a bit of a Frankenstein sort of situation, but it worked, so don't knock it. Some of these coaches I have shown before, and sadly I will have to kind of show them off again. I won't be going into these too much because, again, like I mentioned in past videos, the only major difference is the arrangement of the windows, but I will now go through each coach one at a time to identify what they are. These coaches will be presented in the order they will be positioned in the actual express, and this is also coming from the Coronation Scott, which is a different livery express. I couldn't find through my research what consist these red and yellow coaches would run in, so the Coronation Scott was the next best thing I can go with, so sadly my research was a bit limited. But we begin things with the brake corridor first, the corridor first class, the restaurant open first, the first of 2 kitchen cars, corridor open third, as well as there being a second one behind this. There is also a third one which I will show you in just a moment. The second kitchen car, the last corridor open third. On the Coronation Scott, this would be the last coach, and this is the brake corridor third. And the 10th and final coach is the club car. This did not run with the Coronation Scott, but I can confirm this did exist in a red and yellow livery and ran with other Coronation Express lines. And turning the coach around so you can see what the back of it looks like, the stripes come to this closing sort of point. It looks very stylish, and this coach has its own dedicated video if you want to see more about this coach in particular. So these are the 2 kitchen cars for the Express, and this second one here is unpowered and is more towards the back of the consist. This is the second of the 2 kitchen cars I made as well, and I'm guessing this window arrangement is supposed to be more accurate. It did take a long while to finally decide and kind of discover, I suppose, what this is supposed to look like on the outside. All of the windows have been greyed out, which is supposed to represent that there wouldn't be any windows in the kitchen car anyways. But at the same time, they do look different, and this was due to some, I suppose, limitations would be the right word, for my research, because I had to look at models, had to look at the real thing. It took its time, but eventually I now have 2 different looking kitchen cars, which I think looks much better. And the other 2 coaches worth comparing are the 2 brake coaches. All of the other coaches have very similar window arrangements and aren't exactly too exciting, but it's very odd to kind of discover that there is a brake coach at the very front of the consist. There's always one at the back, but there's one at the front as well? That was interesting. I mean, I can't really go against it because that's how it's supposed to be. And I quite like that as well, because it breaks up the kind of standard window arrangement you see as the coaches go by. But I suppose 2 brake coaches is better than 1, because obviously the brake coach does what it says on the tin, is to help the train brake. As I have done with my other powered coaches, there is a small hole in the roof for the button to go that activates the battery box. Now, I tend to keep these out, so that way I know there's no way I can accidentally press down on this button and keep the batteries on, and in turn waste the actual batteries that are inside. I am going through the process of getting some rechargeable batteries, but that is a very expensive adventure. So you may have now noticed that the runtime for this video still has a fair bit to go. That is because you are now going to see all 10 coaches, yes, the entire express, in action. I tend to do action videos separate, but this time there is no waiting, there is no delaying. We need to see all of this run. And it was a joy to behold. I was amazed that I was able to even fit all of this in my room. But the fact that I can do that means I can get everything out in the appropriate way to see all this run at any time I like. And now that it's online, you can see it too. So thank you all ever so much for watching. I'm now going to leave you with the action video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode.